Hey sis, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks.
Yeah. Um, yeah, welcome to just another Sunday chat. No teaching,
Amen.
no teaching. We put a lot of videos out there and these videos, I mean, it's more for us. We're just sharing how these videos have helped us because all these videos I've learned, it's what I've learned. It's me working on myself. And I just was logging into YouTube. And since we started this channel a year ago, we've created 386. This channel, Deep Minutes Videos, 386 videos, 386. Um,
Not
yeah, 2,000 people watch um, this channel, and we're a little bit over a year old. So, um, oh, hello?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear
you're
you.
hearing me? Oh, okay. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going crazy. Okay. Yeah. So over 2,000 people watched, and I'm just seeing what my higher self, what the universe, what direction it wants me to go at this time. Last night, my entire dream, wake up, go back to sleep, wake up, go back to sleep, is about the mind,
Mm.
about the mind. And today I just gonna have a discussion on based on, and if you're in the chat, anyone watching us on Facebook and YouTube, today's the day you could talk to us about anything you've seen on Deep Ministry or whatever is going on in the world at large. We have a big election coming up. Uh, if that's your thing, that's your thing. And but for those who are awakened, we're just seeing the world for what it is, the world for what it is. People are seeing through what we call a world. Um, some people are getting revelation on the true history of everything, revelation of the cosmos. And tonight, it's just a talk of everything that we see going on at this time. You could tell Mother Earth is doing something. I hope your eyes are opened to what this earth is doing.
Mm.
The days of the hustle and the bustle and all that, those days are over. Out there trying to make a buck. If you are just out there trying to survive, trying to if your sole purpose, I should say, in working is to get rich, is to get the money, is to this, is to that. Those are those are the things that's gonna make you get lost in all this. You're not gonna be able to see what the universe is doing for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it's doing for us at this time. All the things they've tried to hide, all the knowledge that have been hidden. And if you're saying, oh, why would they hide? Listen, the Bible always tell us about, he told Daniel to close the book till the end because he knows the deception that was going to go on till the end times because he knew the deception that was going to go on. And I know last week I was it blew my mind the many of our young men and some young women we lost to armed violence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I come from a country. I'm not here to judge because I come from a country where our youth who taught our youth that the only way to get ahead is to kill our brothers and sisters.
Mm.
it's it is so much against nature. And we do it with our mouth, and then it go to the extreme that we do it with guns and knives and machetes or whatever.
Even cars.
Even cars,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know. How did that started? How did that started?
Mm.
And if you're hearing this and you want to take yourself out of this, you have to listen. You have to understand how things work in the realm. None of this would be possible. And that's why my topic today is about understanding the mind. This is the mind. It's the weapon. It's the weapon. It's the creator. It's the destroyer. Because none of this wouldn't be possible if we weren't fearful. None of this wouldn't be possible if we didn't give others the power. Because we think, oh, politicians, we should trust them. We should trust the police. We trust everyone except ourselves. None of this would be possible. Our babies wouldn't be dying. The violence wouldn't be all over if we understand self, if we understand who we are, if we
Mm-hmm.
understand oh the creators we are, we wouldn't see all this. Because I was just I think it was in Jamaica, how these young men are even close to one of my cousin's family member. And it's like I just went back. These people that we trust to take care of us, they understand us. They understand creation. They understand the laws of the universe. They understand those things. And I can see, like everything else, oh, everything was started. I'm gonna pick on one of those hot cities, say in Chicago. They go down there. The powers that be, the people we give our powers to. And all they gotta do is use the media, use everything, and oh, somebody died, 2 and 10 was killed. 2 to 10 people were shot, and this and that. We have no proof that that is true. No proof. But they need the energy of the mass. They need us to put our energy in thinking about how bad Chicago is. And too many times we wanna take ourselves out of it. We are the creators. We're giving them our energy because we don't understand self. It's like I think the scripture talking about you going in so many different directions because you don't have knowledge of self. Just imagine if we understand where our thoughts go, energy flows. If we understand that we create everything with our minds, with our thoughts, with our emotions, with our beliefs. So I'll say back in the 70s or 80s, they do what they do, just like sickness, they just like everything else to create this realm. They know they have the mind and power of the gods to do whatever they have because to do whatever they want to do. And all this is to keep us in fear.
Mm-hmm.
All this is to keep us from our true nature. They
Yeah.
have it's like, listen, these people that it's the powers that be, they know they have the mind of the gods who don't know who they are to create whatever they want them to create. And I don't care if who don't think they're a god. If you don't think you're a god, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're letting these people use our divinity at will by creating situations that they want us to be. We're like sheep to the slaughter.
Yes.
So all they have to do is to tell you about the CV, how many people dying of CV. And the only reason why that thing has to dissipate and don't continue the way it is, it's for a few people who didn't believe in it. Because they anticipated that everybody was gonna take the V, if you understand what I'm saying. Everyone
Yeah.
was gonna take the V. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
was gonna line up to take the V. And you have some people, and I have to say, those people not in the church, sinners. On my job, I had a few people stand up with me and be like, you know what? We're going to walk out. I don't care if the bills don't pay. We're not taking this. We've been working all the time without taking this V. If I don't take this V, I'm going to lose my job. Let me lose my job. We have to know that our job doesn't provide for us. By itself doesn't provide for us. Don't be scared to lose. Don't be scared to lose anything,
Yeah,
not
we
even your
have to be
life.
like Esther.
You do exactly, sis.
If I perish, I perish.
If I
Yeah.
perish, I perish,
Yeah.
because you are divine. You are energy. You don't even die. Huh? What is there to fear? I think somebody said, "What is there to fear but fear itself?"
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you have to be bold in order not to be fearful.
That's what it says. Spirit of boldness, power,
Yeah.
sound mind. He didn't give us a spirit of fear. But they have the gods, and they know that those in power, they know what it takes to create. If you don't know, your prime minister knows, your politicians know, everyone in most people in authority know. So it's time for you to wake up and understand what it takes to create this universe that we're living in. No longer you be the sheep going in to the slaughter. You take control of the power, your God-given power. No longer they say, "Oh, CV is coming," and everyone's dying. You have no clue other than what you see on the media. Well, some of us, if you work in the healthcare field, we don't have any clue. But without our energy, without our thoughts and our emotions, it doesn't matter what kind of emotions, fear or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, we create these diseases, we create this pandemic. We have to get understand knowledge of selves, of ourselves. If we're creating the lives what that our lives, everything happens in our lives, our experiences. If we're creating that, you think we're not creating this world on a mass? Huh? We have to wake up to who we are and take responsibility for the role we play in the demise of our youth, the demise of our young people, by going along. Some of us go along to get along. Discern, discern, discern. Oh, 6 people killed on the news. Let me tell you that, not that news. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying everything on it is wrong, but if you can't discern what's wrong or what's right on the news, don't even watch it, because all they want is our energy.
Yeah.
All they want is to direct our thoughts and our emotions to create what they want us to create. And all that we're creating is against us. We ever sit down and look at some of the things that we agree to? Huh? This world, I don't know. We all serve a creator. We agree to choose people to rule us. Why? Hmm? We all know better. Huh? We agree to have politicians. We agree to them taking all our freedom. Oh, you can't go out, you can't go so and so. Now people are even charging for you to go on the beach. Hmm?
Wow. Ha.
You can't go in God, this divine freedom that we have. We give it away totally.
Mm-hmm.
We have to pay taxes for this land. Who give the authorities the power? Prove to me that God gave them the authority. Prove to me. Prove to me that they're better than me. God made them special and more knowing than we are. That's
Mm.
what they want you to believe. And to be fair, the thing is, they have knowledge of the universe more than we do because they gave us religion. They gave us religion and they know everything is spiritual. Everything is the mind, everything is consciousness, everything is energy. So be fair, they have knowing of the universe, how things are created. So they use it to enslave us. And they only have knowing, but obviously they don't have any attachment to it because somehow it seems as if they can't create, so they have to depend on them. And the only Oh, Lisa, welcome, Lisa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so obviously it seems as if they can't create. So they depend on us to create. And in them depending on us to create, um, they they put these fears, whatever direction they want us to go. All they have to put it on the TV, tell live vision, which one you want to call it. That's all they got to do. Put it on the news. And I can see for myself. I was thinking, I used before 9/11, I used to love to fly. Love to fly. No fear. Ever since 9/11, it is the hardest thing for me to get on a plane.
Wow.
Hmm. It is the hardest thing for me to get in a plane. And this just show you how they use certain things to take away our rights, not even rights, our divine rights, our divine rights as human beings. Because the rules to go through, why carrying a shampoo? What does that do? Huh? One incident. You can't bring a shampoo. You can't do this. You can't do that. Huh? Look how many times we were flying before 9/11 and nothing happened. Anytime they want to take away your freedom, anytime they want to take away your freedom after a disaster, they use a disaster and then pass laws and everything because we have to agree to everything. It's the law of the universe. So all this that going, not that we're blaming the politicians, we have to blame ourselves because we don't have knowledge of who we are. We don't have knowledge of the universe. We don't have knowledge of karma. We don't have all those things. We don't have, most of all, we don't even understand who we are. We don't understand the divine beings that we are. What is there to understand? Can we wrap our mind around that God break off an aspect of himself and create us? Huh? And is he experiencing what we're experiencing right now. There's no separation. Hmm? They want us to think that they have the God-given right to rule over us. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. I had a dream last night. Like they were holding, I can't tell if it's me because my dreams are weird now. My dreams, I can see things happening, but I don't know if it's me. It's like I can see the thing happening. It's like I can see it happen, but I can't tell if it's me. And they're pushing things in my mind, pushing things in my mind. And
Wow.
yeah, pushing things in my mind, pushing things, and I'm resisting, I'm resisting, I'm resisting. That's the only way they can control us. That's the only way people understand. Everything is mental, everything is the mind. That's the only way they can control us. And that's the only way we're helping them by letting them dictate our emotions, letting them dictate where our thoughts go. Because where our thoughts go, energy goes. Even this election, oh my God, I get so much text on a daily
Ah.
basis
Mm.
to go vote. They want that energy. They want that participation. They want it because it's the law of the universe. They have to get people to participate. They have to get people to believe in this, whatever this is, because we have to look deep into this thing. Um, Somehow this is just, if you've ever watched the Truman Show, it's feeling more and more like the Truman Show. Whatever this is. You ever watch it, sis?
I've never watched it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'll have to watch it. You'll have to watch the Truman Show. Truman Show is like we living in this world, and he thought the world was real and ever get up and go to work and all that. And one day he woke up and he noticed like everybody's an actor. It's only him that was the real in there. And he tried and get out of the stage. He was the only
Mm.
person real in all what he thought that was true. And this is
Oh,
how this world is feeling, like
yeah.
like the Truman
Yeah.
Show.
Mm-hmm. The world is a stage.
It's feeling more and more like a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to work is not the same. Oh my gosh. Going to work and and then you have those low energy people still at work. I let one got to me yesterday, but
Well, it's not just work, it's school, it's anywhere you move about. I
everywhere,
believe everywhere. Yeah.
everywhere, yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All those things are unnecessary. All these things that's against nature has to be torn down. All these things, it's against nature. It's not who we are. I'm paying for light, even these cars, the roads and all that. It just seems
Well,
it,
even food.
even
That's the killing part. Food. Huh? Food.
mm,
Wow.
mm, mm, mm. Everything is just off.
Yeah.
Look at it. We get up. The money. Everybody's about the money, the money. Oh, I'm broke, I'm broke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Money is just print out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
They make it scarce as a control. If we
Mm-hmm.
understand the depth of how we buy our houses, the depth of how we buy a car, it's just your signature. They turn into cash. I just sat one day and watched this man explain it, and I can't believe. They just
Yeah.
turn your signature into cash and take it to the bank and trade it on the stock exchange. Your house is already paid off.
I mean, we can go to a forest and get wood and build, but
Exactly.
no,
We have the
yeah.
exactly. But now,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you gotta buy the land. Who give you authority over the land?
Mm-hmm. Well, we know lands are stolen from families.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't want to go there. And somehow I'm getting the feeling that this, whatever this earth is, I think the earth is billions of years old. And this form of earth that we're living in, it's the most unnatural. It's the most unnatural. This, it seems like this form this earth that we're in was taken over from the true people who knew what nature is, who live with nature, who understand nature, and
Mm-hmm.
build in a way of uh, and and I'm seeing it now. It's not even who the people that it was built for, it's to use them to bring down the vibration of the earth. Is to use them to bring down by the vibrational energy of the earth. They're so dependent on Jesus. And if you're out there, I don't care what race you are, you have to know that you are being used by the system to keep this earth in low vibrational energy. That you have to depend on Jesus. You have to have the best job. You have to have the finest things. You have to be respected if you're rich. Those things are against nature. You have to live in the biggest house. As someone on TikTok said, you have 2 10-bedroom house. Why? And there's people on the street down there. Why? And you can only live in one at a time. Hmm? If you
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, they say you're jealous. You're not jealous, but it doesn't make sense. You have to be so selfish to really feel like you're a part of this. You have to worry about what your neighbor thinks. That is so against nature because now we know that um, nothing outside of you can do anything out of for against you. Everything you say, you're in your mind or your thought. Your subconscious doesn't even know you're talking about anyone else except you. You're affecting your own universe. So that's against nature right there.
Yeah, that much I believe.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
continually worrying about what other people think. Uh, the biggest boat to impress the biggest car. We all do it. And that's part of being in the matrix. We have to wake up. And this is against nature. This is holding the vibration down in the earth. Another thing is no sense of community. No sense of community. It's against nature to only live for ourselves. As we read last week, look at the trees. Yeah? Why they bear fruits? Huh?
Yeah, but we wasn't created for ourselves. We was created to be a help to someone else. Just like the trees was grow to feed nature, the birds, humanity, or whatever animals.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone, every creation is created to serve other people,
Yes.
to serve other people, not by paying your tithes, not just by um doing going whatever. Everything we have to serve other people. Don't think you're better than. Another thing that's against nature in this world is Don't think you're better than anybody. All of us have an aspect of God within us. There's no greater, there's no better than, there's no less than. We're all brothers and sisters. You're not better even than the trees.
No, no, because the tree breathes the same air that you breathe. Same oxygen, same sun, same
Exactly.
rain.
Let's see what Lisa says. Um, Anthropologist Robert Seifer does a job explaining who was where when. It is hard moving forward when people are taught false history. Exactly.
Hey, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. We can't move forward because yeah, we it's all false history, and they had to do that as a way of control. They had
Right.
to tell us a bunch of stories, and even then, I was listening to a podcast, and I was thinking, oh, this is a nice podcast, and this guy came in, and let's say it was a different race from what the podcast, and he was just spitting truth. He was just spitting truth, and the people on the podcast was like, oh no, we know where we come from. We come from Africa.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
No, there's no such place.
there's no such place. If we want to get in the depth of all things, I don't even think there was um people was just people on earth going from there was no borders.
No.
There was no borders. That's against nature. That's another thing that's against nature, these borders. You think people in the Caribbean wasn't coming to America before Columbus came here? Tell me.
Well, they
You think
create borders
Jamaica? Go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead. No, it's
No,
just control.
yeah,
It's
it
just the
is
control.
control. It is
Yeah.
control.
Mhm.
Jamaica is and Cuba and Haiti is so close to America. And you're
Mhm.
going to tell us that our ancestors weren't coming to the Americas? And it's not even America, it's the main island. America is a continent. You're telling us that people in the Caribbean wasn't coming to the main island and the main island people wasn't going to the Caribbean? Is
There
that
was
what we want
nothing
to tell our
for.
children?
Mhm.
Huh? Does that make sense? And I know this guy always says, and I don't have any proof, but he believes that the continents is still connected. Somehow you can walk from one end to the other. I'm not gonna say it's true or a lie, but he says he has proof. And someone says that too. Um, someone told them that Africa was close to one of the islands. I'm not sure. And
Mm.
that's what Lisa is saying. We can't move forward because of
Yeah.
all the lies, and it's all for a sense of controlling God's children. Why you want to control us? Huh? Who are you? We have to have passport, even on the African continent, just to go to a border
You
country.
have to have passport.
You have to
Yeah.
have passport,
To go from Ghana to Nigeria, you have
and
to
you're
have,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Control.
Control. They want
Mhm.
us, and this is what we have to get out of. They want us to think, oh, you're better than and better than. Give everybody an opportunity. And it seems as if they're worried that if everybody have playing field, um, some will do better than some. But that's our sense of community. You want to divide us. The everybody will be helping each other if there was a playing field. Not everybody is gonna be up there, but then we can help each other. Not now you create borders, you create gates. Don't even mention the gated community because I lived up north so long and I never saw so much gated community until I come to the south. The gated community, it's like,
They
oh,
say it's for
oh,
security, but that's
secure. Oh.
no.
There's a scripture that says, except the Lord watch over the city, the watchman watch in vain.
Watches in vain. Yeah.
Watches in vain. Watches in vain. They want to create that fear. That's the fear. That's the fear of your brothers and your sisters. And
Mm-hmm.
and if this earth is a stage, you know how many times they can stage um some a robbery, a killing, they can stage that. They can stage
Wow.
robbery, they can stage killing. I know for sure they stage celebrity death. I know for sure. A lot of these celebrities are not dead.
Mm. I'm not into celebrities, so I don't keep tab on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know because I heard Richard Simmons die. I know he died before. He died twice. And that guy, James Earl Jones, I knew he died before too. So
Oh.
they can't even keep up themselves. And
Wow.
yeah. And that's online now. God didn't give, that's not my portion. But God give other people that gift to dissect and show you people who we think is dead. They're not. They're not dead. Okay, let me hear what Lisa is saying. All of nature is consciousness, yes. It can be said we are more important because we have the capabilities to manipulate more of our than we surroundings, but we are not any more divine than any plant. Okay,
Exactly. We are
exactly.
one.
We're one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're one. We're one. We're one. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know where everyone else live. But there's a lot of trees that's been torn down to build up houses. I'm like, what's going on? Where are these animals gonna go? And
Mm.
the houses, the price of the houses. Oh my God. Mm, the price
It's
of the
sad.
houses. Ooh,
It's
uh,
sad.
it's
It's
sad.
sad.
Very sad.
Mhm.
Very sad. And I don't think anything is under 400,000. I don't know where you live, but that's all I'm seeing in that these new development. 400s and up. 400s and
You
up.
kill the trees for greed?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Wow. God forbid.
God forbid, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
That these things is against nature.
Yeah.
That's against nature. We're living too much against nature. And some are trying to change, and some people are holding the fort, holding it down, holding on to it. They don't want to let it go. They like this.
Mm-mm.
Understand who you are. Understand who we are. Please. Please. Our health. We're not
Wow.
even, we're all energy. And I don't see anybody treating us that way. Huh? The hospitals, it's how is our health improving? Huh? People have so much faith in this healthcare
Matrix.
system. Hmm?
This matrix. This
This may
matrix.
and they
Yeah.
charge. listen, another thing that I was thinking about, how they charge, how they charge for help to help you. Huh?
Yeah.
As a institute, it should be free.
Yeah. But what has happened to natural healers? That's why they
Oh,
don't like people who practice natural stuff. Mhm.
but if they're gonna what demonize it like how they do Obeah and voodoo, sis.
Mhm.
Always gonna
Herbalists,
demonize it.
they're gonna outlaw herbalists.
They are because I know. Look at Dr. Sabi. A lot of herbalists and natural, either end up in jail
I
or
think they
somewhere.
kill him.
Him too,
I think they got rid of Dr. Sabi.
Dr. Sabi, and there's a
Mhm.
lady from Australia. What's her name?
I don't think she's not deceased. Barbara O'Neill.
Barbara O'Neill. I heard she's in jail. You heard that?
No,
I heard she was arrested. I don't know if that's the part of the Matrix too.
no.
I don't know if that's true. But I heard she got and I heard some of Dr. Sabi's kids are in jail too.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. But as if you know me, I have to be very careful with this matrix, what they're showing you, because all they want is energy. They feed off energy. They feed off what we being upset or we talking about it. They love that. So we have to be so careful with what our eyes show us, in what they're showing us on the television. That Dr. Sabi, however, is in jail or what.
Mm,
And I think too, you have certain people, because I'm discerning that when I'm on YouTube watching certain things, that people is part of the character in this matrix. They're trying to help the matrix, like they were hired to help the matrix. So to be careful, be careful, be careful, especially some of these prophetess and please discern, discern. God is a God. God, anything wants to keep you in fear and want you to send money and buy and all that. That's against nature. Anything, that's how you have to determine what's against nature. And nature represents consciousness, as my sister just says. Nature is who we truly are. Money is not real. Money is against nature. Stop giving it so much energy. It's the least of the least. We powerful enough that just if you ignore it, then that's how it comes to you. And our grandparents and all that been trying to tell us. I remember testimony, people used to just didn't have anything, and by the end of the day, they have something.
how God
Somebody,
provide.
yeah,
Yeah.
God will provide. You know, old people say, "Oh, the Lord will provide." He
Yeah.
will. The universe will provide. Stop putting so much importance on money. And all is it to, sis, is to um let people see us a certain way. We are so wrapped up in how people see us.
Mm,
Okay. Lisa said the etymology of the word paradise means walled creation. Just as your Oh, really? Just as your tabernacle is the barrier giving you full autonomy of your actions. Oh, wow, I didn't know that is the etymology of paradise. The etymology of the word paradise means walled creation. And just as your tabernacle, the barrier giving you full autonomy of your actions. Oh, I didn't know that. Because the Bible used the word tabernacle a lot. Nature is the unfoldment of the divine feminine space and divine masculine light. The Christ within us is the life found within nature.
Oh, that much we know.
Yeah,
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 and
yeah,
we talk about that, the masculine and feminine energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So when we
Hmm.
say against nature, it's against creation. Yeah, remember. Yeah. So yeah, so a lot of this money thing is us. It has to stop. It has to stop. I see people leaving their families for such a long time to go out there and work the money. How is that benefiting anybody? Huh?
Hmm.
Do
It
you see
benefit Matrix.
it benefits the matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now your
And destroy the
girls,
family. Yeah.
now the family's destroyed. Now
Yeah.
the family is
Absolutely.
destroyed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now the family is destroyed. Yeah. Yeah. We have to wake up. We have to wake up, and there's people here who's holding on to this matrix. It's like I'm like, oh my God. Can't you see it? Can't you open your eyes to what's going on? These people are using your when people say, oh, they're using me, they're using you for your creation. They're using us to create this matrix. They're using us. We are no fear. And listen, you're waiting for it to go to heaven. You're waiting to die and go to heaven. No.
Yeah, it's really bad because the other day I saw I was looking on the website, 10 pounds of lime for $177
Where?
in Florida, South Florida.
Oh, wow.
Lime. We know we go in the backyard back home and get lime free.
Yeah,
Everybody have lime.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I was thinking too the other day, sis, that these trees, I never noticed it. Oh, no fruit trees, no lime tree. There's so many trees in this country, and they're all male. They're
No
all male.
female?
No, very rare. All these, when you get these houses, they have a tree, not a fruit tree. No fruit trees. And that's what causes people to have allergies and stuff.
You need a balance.
Yeah,
It needs
because
to
you
be
need a
balanced.
balance. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we need a balance. I don't know who I was telling. I'm like, we need to take these trees up. There should be a national effort to plant a fruit tree that a hungry person can just pass and pick an apple or an orange or something.
Yeah.
These trees don't bear fruits. That's against nature.
Mm-hmm. Because they're GMOs.
No, I think they're
Yeah.
just males.
Yeah.
They're trying
They-
to. That was part of the plan for the destruction of the feminine or the suppression of the feminine energy in the realm. Because remember, you need the masculine and the feminine has to balance.
Mhm.
You know, the masculine and the feminine has to balance. So they increase the masculine, and the masculine um The earth is out of balance.
Well, you know what they say, it's a man's world. It's a
Mm.
man's world.
You know, it ain't nothing without a woman or a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lisa is saying this is the war destroying our beliefs and pinning us against each other. Europa, the last battle. I heard Europa was a woman once. That's where they got the word Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, the last battle. I think we're in the last battle. Europe. Oh, I didn't know that. That's what the meaning of it was. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I heard there was a lady called Europa.
Was
Mm,
she a warrior?
I don't know. I don't think she was.
Mm.
I guess Lisa is saying she is. She was a warrior because Europa, the last battle. Yeah. Yeah, that's the world we're living in, people. So we're just talking today. So if this finds you, and I think somehow my laptop, the time is off.
Well, time changed last night for us.
Yeah. And my laptop went back 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So right now it's saying it's 3:30 and it's
Yeah.
not, yeah,
It's 4:30.
it's 4:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me see how long before Microsoft catch up to that.
Oy, oy.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so we're just talking today. Be mindful of your mind. Your mind is creating everything, not just in your existence, everything in the world. Don't give your energy to the stuff on the television. Discern what is going on. And let me say this. Let me say this because it's been on my mind. If you hear this message, if you um somehow hear it at a later time, please understand that this universe is divinely made. I understand everything is in universal order. And just as how we were created, that's how that's how we create. And we were created not just as we read in Genesis, pick up the dirt and formed and all that. It's not physical. It's not physical. You're creating daily with your thoughts. You're creating daily with your emotions. Don't
Mm-hmm.
give your energy to anyone. Anyone. Whatever, let us make a conceited effort to when we see the violence, don't give it any energy. Don't talk about it. If you're going to talk about it, bless it. Bless that area that's been plagued by violence. Bless our young men. Blessing, send blessing and good energy and good vibration. I don't want to hear, oh, these kids are so bad nowadays. I don't want to hear that. We can change the world if we just change our mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're here tonight. Change our mindset. Don't react to everything you see on social media. Don't react to everything you see on the television. Don't react to everything you see by your politicians. They're just trying to gain energy. They can't do without us. We got to starve them. That's how we get the change for the next generation. Starve them of our energy. Ignore them completely.
Mm-hmm.
They're not better than us. We're going into a time, and someone says so. We think 2024 is revelation. 2025 is gonna be it. because that number 9, they tell us 7 was perfect. It's 9.
9 is divine.
9 is divine. Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. We're going to see some things in 2025 that you better open your eyes, because what this we see with our eyes, it's just 10% of what things
Mm.
really.
Mm-hmm.
The truth has to go to the end of the earth. That's what the Bible talk about. Not the truth of Jesus coming to die for our sins. It's the truth that you are divine being. It's the truth that you create with your mind and emotion. But just by changing your energy, just by changing your mind and your thoughts and emotion, we can change the world. We can
Mm-hmm.
create abundance. Who is ready to stand up? Who is willing to make the change? And that's why I think these celebrities have knowledge of these things, and they put it into music, they put it into movies. Michael Jackson says, "You, we, not anything outside of you, can't help the future generation. If you're on this earth, you're here for a divine purpose. If you're on this earth, you're here for a divine purpose. And your job is to create a better future than what we live, than what we came here and saw, or what is going on now. And only way we do that is by changing our energy. Don't give anything outside of us any form of thoughts or emotions. You want peace? Think about peace. Feel peace. Believe in peace. You
Mm-hmm.
want abundance? And forget about money, because we're going to live in a world pretty soon that all we have is our mind to create whatever we want. That's what that's what I believe. Money's new. They never need money. No one needed money. They have the earth.
Yeah, but we was taught that when you think about abundance, the first thing come to mind is money, and
Yes,
abundance is not just it's money. It it surrounds everything in life.
exactly.
It kept everything.
Yes, yes. That's what, yes, exactly. We always mix abundance with money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always. Oh, I'm blessed because you have money? Really?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Okay, we go back to Lisa. It is the folly of Christianity that the light bearer leads to the Father, which is the Luciferic pillar of the
Mm-hmm.
tree of life. And Sephiroth, I never heard about Sephiroth. And they veil the mother, left side of the body, as the devil. Mm, this is new.
That's
That the light
interesting.
bearer leads to the Father, which is the Luciferic pillar of the
Of the
tree of
care for
life.
life.
Oh,
That's interesting.
that it sure is. The tree of life is, I'm gonna look at that. Let me screenshot it because I lose my stuff when I get off. I'm gonna look at that. Let me save that. And yeah, I'm gonna look for the Sephiroth. And they veil the mother, the left side of the body, as the devil. Oh, really? I think I never thought the left side was the
The left
body.
side is supposed to be the female,
The
and
female.
the right side the male.
I always thought the right side. I know the right
Mm-mm.
side is divine. I know the right side. We should be, and I got this from my what's his name? Dilbert Blair. The right
Okay.
side, that the spiritual realm communicates to us through the right side, through the our right side. Oh, but yeah, she said the left side is the female.
Yeah, it's the
Mm.
female.
And the right side is
It's
the
the male.
male.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Mhm. Remember I was telling you, well, I talk to you about it later, but
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
My grandmother had the devil slapped out of her in school for being left-handed. Oh, really? But if but it is the goal of mankind to square the circle and accept in the divine feminine. Yeah. Um, people who are left-handed is very because the right side rules the left side and the left side rules the right. Oh my gosh. Now you get it. Now that's why they most of us are right side. They force us to use the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Which is
That's
the
a,
masculine side.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Which is the masculine side. Oh, oh, I love all of this because I didn't you learn so much every day. Oh. Robert Gilbert from the Vesica Institute dug into and Rudolf Steiner and Rosicrucianism. I heard about Rosicrucianism, but I never really dug into it to what it was. The left hemisphere of the brain is masculine, logic, and the right hemisphere is feminine, creative. That's what Dr. Dilbert Blair said. Yes, these hemispheres operate the other side of the body. Yes, yes, that's what Dr. Dilbert said. The right side was creative. So the left operates the right side and the right operates the right side. Yeah, they teach us that in medical school. Because if when you get a left side stroke, your right side is paralyzed. When you get a right side stroke, your left side is paralyzed. Yeah. So we see everything lines up with nature. So we've been ruled um, by the left hemisphere. We've been ruled by so we weren't in our divinity, we weren't in our creativity. We were just using logic. That's why they allow us to create give these politicians our power. It has to make sense. It has to
Mm-hmm.
make sense. It has to say. I heard someone said in a book. Oh, say it not in a book online the other day. It has to be peer reviewed. If it's not peer reviewed, I don't want to hear it. So it's that logical aspect of it that they taught us to use all the time, and not our creativity. And you can understand children probably use their right side of the brain as you grow. When we were children, we were using the right side. And as we were and society lead us into using the left side of our brain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only it's against nature and suppression of the feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they said people who are left-handed are more creative.
They're very different. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. They are
Hmm.
very different.
Yeah. They're more
Uh-huh.
creative. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. 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 Understand. I hope we take an effort, not by what we were taught in church or school. And I think too, school is a go. And
Oh God.
school is done. School is done.
I'm so over with school.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. School is done, sis.
overrated.
Yeah. School is done. It's against nature. Anything against truth, anything against nature. Work is done. The only way school and work survive unless they let people be free, work when they want, go to school when they want. That's how our bodies are. Our bodies weren't designed to get up every morning at 9 to 5 and go to work, and get up every morning at whatever hours and go sit in a building and whatever. No.
Yeah, but you notice, back in the day, people used to only work 8 hours. Now the hours is 10 to 12 hours, 10, 12 hour shifts.
Well, you're talking about, go back to when we were growing up, sis. And our parent, I grew up with my grandmother. They get up early. They go to, say, they go to the field. They come
Mm-hmm.
back home. They come back, probably have something to eat. They go back out. They probably back home by 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and they do a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they not know. That's how our body rhythm. Look at the animals. I was looking for my birds the other day, and even though it was light out, um, by by say 6, 7 o'clock, they're gone. They're in somewhere sleeping.
They're
Watch the
resting.
animals. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they're resting. They're resting. And I was thinking, I was watching one of my favorite YouTuber in Africa, and he was showing how the animals migrate. They just have a sixth sense where the food's gonna be next. They don't
Mm.
ponder, they don't stay in one place and totally eradicate it. When they move to the other place, it allowed wherever they were before to grow out, and that when they come back, they'll have something to eat. They just,
Yeah.
since that is nature.
Yeah. Yeah. The birds are like that in the in up north when it
Yeah.
starts to snow, they migrate.
Oh,
They
yes.
leave.
We were
Yeah,
just
they leave.
talking about that a couple days ago too, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all the birds leave. They just know, even if down here when a hurricane's coming, there you
Yeah.
could see them leaving.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Rosicrucian, Rose Cross, Rose Tall, Rose Tall, Carlo, Pyramid Mystery, Helen Green, Barcode, and Robert Edward Grant get into Shakespeare and the Rosicrucians. I heard that word before and I never looked into it, Lisa. I am hashtag after school. Hashtag after school. Yeah. So that's, I wonder what schools, School. What school? A school of fish? Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what school's gonna be. Ever since I read The Law of Rhythm, if you watch your life, if you watch your daily life, you could feel that rhythm. And it's part of the seven hermetic principles. And it says it's not, don't feel like it's you, why you can't why today you don't have any energy to do anything. It's just the universe. And today it's that universe it's a down day for you based on the universe. Remember, we're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
They think, they want us to think that we're separated somehow. Like today, I could just, even though my body was so tired, I could feel a good energy, just a good energy. And I was, hey, even though I was tired, I could feel that energy. It's not physical, but you could get up and make dinner and do some stuff, even though your body was tired. And the other day, if you notice, just notice, everyone just notice. I noticed like last Thursday and Friday, it was like I was just pushing myself. It's like you're pushing yourself against the wind.
Mm.
Yeah, because we were taught to, oh, you have to be at work at 9, at Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And even
Mm-hmm.
when you don't feel like going, you have to go. And that is against nature. That is against nature. And it's the same for our children. That's why some of them struggle so much. It's supposed to be whenever they feel like it. Whenever they feel like it, they go to school. And I don't know why they're gonna go to school because they're gonna be download everything they need to know about this universe. It's just gonna be downloaded in them. They're the first one that's gonna wake up, that's gonna rise. The children is the first one that's gonna rise.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. There's no hindrances. They're not programmed like we are, you know? They're not programmed like we are. They're gonna be the first one to rise. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What I was gonna say, yeah. So, well, yeah, and I'm seeing it by next year. By next year, we're gonna see some changes. Anything against nature is gonna go.
Gonna
The mo-
shift.
it has to. It doesn't matter how long you try to hold on to it. That's why when I say stuff now, I don't care if you don't believe, whatever. Time is the master, as they say. Time is
Yeah.
anything against nature is going. Churches, schools, politicians, institutions, they know it. Too much suffering, too much suffering. They're going. Yeah. Oh, Rosicrucian Rose card. I'm gonna look at that. Yeah. So please be mindful of our minds. If this message find you, be mindful of our minds. Be mindful of our thoughts. Don't help them create this world that we've been watching, we've been living under. Don't help them. Don't help them create the world that we want. I am so sick and tired of seeing gun violence, and I know they contribute to it. These countries, um, all over the world, only a few countries make guns. Only a few countries make guns. Why are these guns in all these places?
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Because if to hunt, you just you really we don't even need to hunt. And if you do, you use bow and spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone can't do nothing because everything's energy, and you can't shot energy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And another thing, sis, even in, say, in Jamaica, if you send stuff, I remember I sent stuff for my mother-in-law, and they go in there and they rip through it, see what's in there. So how can guns and stuff be coming into the country without the higher ups know? Hmm?
But they allow it. Yeah.
Exactly, they
Mm-hmm.
allow it. They allow it, and then people blame the kids, and they don't blame the government. We don't want to blame the government. We still have that colonial complex where we blame the small fish and don't look what's swimming up ahead of the stream. They're the
Mm-hmm.
cause. They're doing this, and because they want your energy to turn to fear. Oh, those beautiful cities. Let me tell you, I don't care if anybody believes me. I believe those cities that they and towns that they declared violence have high energy. So they don't want anybody living there. We're living on ley lines. And if you listen to me, look for the ley lines. Just like how we have veins running through our bodies, this earth have the same energy centers running through their body, running through it. And everybody knows this except us. And I think these cities that they're trying to talk about they're gonna do this and they just want to destroy the cities so they can do stuff there. Wake up, my people, wake up. It's all
Mhm.
about energy. It's not about money. It's nothing else other than energy. Every war fought. It's either energy, Stargate, and that's another thing too. Stargates. The Bible mentioned them, but he talk about gates. I saw a man come on my For You page. I think he said 3300 Stargate. And if you dream a lot like I do, I used to dream that I just go through, push something, and I don't know if it's my past life or what. I could just put my hand on a wall or something and go in there. And if I'm running from somebody, I don't know if anybody ever have those dreams. If I'm
No.
if I'm running in my dream and I just go through a wall or something. Stargates are real. That's what that show, what's that show? Space, The Last Frontier. What's they call that show? When back in the day, they show us some talk about Stargates. Those are things that war is fought for. If you're gonna tell me Palestine and Israel is fighting for whatever, there's some form of energy source down there. And if you're listening to me, let me know what. It's all about energy, vibration, frequency, consciousness. That's all it is. Don't think it's a money. Money is just a front for the people who are not waking up. And I had a dream. I know I wasn't dreaming. I was telling my mother that I went to Israel. I don't know why, because I don't watch news. I went to Israel and Palestine, and there was no war going on down there.
Mm.
And I'm like, where's the war? Where's all the people dying? In my dream. And it was just so peaceful down there. Nothing was going on down there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I jumped up. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Are we being deceived? I don't know. Just please don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Ask your higher self. Tap into the spiritual realm. Someone asked me, I think on TikTok, oh, do you know this? Listen, it's just my higher self. I just have knowledge of it now. I've been totally ignoring it. And that lady who we watched that video that died, when she went to heaven, she didn't say heaven, right? But I'm gonna say heaven. The reason why she had cancer because that energy that your higher self is sending to us because of her ignorance of self, because of our beliefs, because of our ego, we totally ignored those things. We're energy beings, everybody, and they build up energy things in us like a lump or from something, some form of illness. So when we go to the doctor and you see that lump in your breast, it's just a big pile of energy. And
Information.
our inflammation, you call it
Mm-hmm.
inflammation too, sis. And
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't open it. You shouldn't do a biopsy on it. You shouldn't have surgery on it. And yes, there are people lucky who remove it and and it didn't mess with the remainder of the tissue around it, but leave it alone. Sometimes by you coming into yourself, by you having knowledge of self, it totally dissipates. It totally reduces. The energy goes, goes all over your body. You've been healed. We have to understand who we are. Remember, our eyes are only showing us 10% of who we really are. 10%. 10%. 10%. We are not solid. Christ said we're like um we're like we pulsating He calls them cells, particles. And because of the light spectrum, and I think that's what's the main thing gonna be changed. And because of that too, people, different beings, we talk about aliens and stuff, is able to hide because of the light spectrum, and we see everybody as the same. And I just think something's coming that's going to be revealing. So we're going to see people for who they really are. And that doesn't mean that they're bad. That doesn't
Mm.
bad. I just feel that in my spirit. All right, let's go to the chat and see. Also, oh, good. My ideal life is one tied to nature. That should be our ideal life. Also, that's the goal. And remember Thursday, Neville Goddard says, the reason why we don't see our blessings is because we are, with its exact words, like we're not more nature. We should be more nature than self, than ego. So that should be your ideal life. Yes. Yeah, and me too. I'm really, but yesterday, sis, I really, I have to try and control this ego. I
Oh, yeah.
have to, I have to
Mhm.
try and control this ego.
Yeah,
I have to
remember
get
the
used to,
characters.
mm,
The characters are ego.
the cactus.
The characters.
Yes, the character or ego characteristics. Yes, sis.
Hmm.
Yes, I really, really, and sometimes I'm good, and sometimes, mm, 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 mm. But I have to say, I didn't go all the way out. I just was a more little firm, a little more firm than I wanted to be.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so anything to say, sis? What are we talking about?
Oh, I'm learning.
We all are.
I'm learning.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we all are, sis. I'm trying to make sure I read my little as today's, please, if you have any comments, please comment. Let me hear you. Remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Deep Ministries so you can watch the videos when I post it. Remember to give us a like if you like it. I don't want to tell people like the video. If you like it, if this resonates with you, please like it and share it with someone else. But today we're just talking, just want to do a live, no teaching today. On the things that I'm feeling downloaded in my spirit. The main one is that this matrix, please don't be too attached to it. Please. As House Home said, um, House Home said, try to be more like nature. Try to be, and I know when we say nature, people think about the wild. You ever get that's
No.
like the wild?
Yeah.
Now, Pete, as Lisa says, Pete, try to be like the Christ consciousness. Try to be like Christ consciousness. That's what the coming of Christ is. That's what the coming of Christ is. The of who we truly are. We have our higher self. Listen, this body is just receiving downloads from our higher self daily. That's what keeps the body going. We just ignore it because we don't have knowledge of self. Our ego is totally ignoring what are the directions our higher selves gives us because we've been programmed. But it's time to let go of that program and just there's a scripture I like where it says Martha was sitting. at Christ's feet. And
Mm-hmm.
Mary was just busy doing everything, doing everything. And I remember my mother used to say, "Oh, I want to be like Martha." And I think the goal is for all of us to be like Martha. Don't be busy with the things, and that's being like me, nature. Don't be too busy with what's going on in the world, but be busy to who we are, who we are as divine beings. And our role and the role we play here. We have a role to play here, no matter how
Yeah.
small it is. As
Yeah.
me and my sister mentioned earlier, look at the trees. They give back to us. We're here to give back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just telling somebody who they are. And sometimes just raising your consciousness, just under you understanding who you are. Oh my gosh, it affects your household. Just look at, if you prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Just you coming to the knowledge that anything happens, it starts with me. And you start taking responsibility for that. Not your
Yeah.
children, not your husband. And you set a tone in your household, even if your husband could be doing the worst thing. You look at yourself first, because they are a mirrors. They are our mirrors. See our family members as mirrors. Oh, my daughters are acting up. See them as mirrors. Don't quick to blame them. See your husband. Oh, my husband just take a time. It's not easy, but the more you try, you'll see it. You'll see yourself in them. You probably was even thinking what they're doing or what they're going through, why they're acting out. You probably was even thinking it. I'm telling you. And then when you do that, um you just see how your energy just rubs off. And from your children, from your household to your community and to the wilder world. That's how
Mm-hmm.
we give back. That's a way to give back. That's a way to give back. Please. And I'm not gonna tell you here it's easy. Because working on self, it's not easy, but it's fulfilling.
Yes.
Fulfilling. Well, you do the work, you responsibility. That's the difference between this spirituality, our consciousness movement, and religion. This teach us to take responsibility as the divine beings that we are, as the creators that we are. If you're a creator, if you're a God, you have to take responsibility. And that's who we are. I know people don't like when I say they're gods, but we are not, there's no separation. Okay, we can't be separate. There's no separation. We're connected to the sun, the moon, the stars, everything. It's one. We all come from that oneness, as I heard in my meditation. Oneness,
Mm-hmm.
oneness, and we're here to work on ourselves. Um, yes, yes. Yes, thank you, Household, for your subscription. Thanks. Yeah. So, and and another thing, please be mindful of your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. Please don't give it to no one. Don't give it to no one. In the next few days, when we well, I'm not gonna elect anyone, but when all these things going on, not that you can't, please don't give your emotions to anyone. I know we're not perfect, and we're trying to understand self, and sometimes we'll have a burst. We'll go back to our old self and bursting out, but immediately you'll come to yourself and be like, you're not even worth all my energy. You're not. Well, you're not. So just working on self, and it's a beautiful time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. Nothing we mention here is anything to be feared. anything to be feared. We're moved, that's against nature. Fear is another thing that's against nature. Fear is against nature. Anything that wants you to be feared, you need to be like, no, I'm not giving that any energy. The universe, there's no fear in the universe. You're part of the universe. There's no fear. There's nothing to be feared. I was grew up to be scared of death. Nothing to be scared of. You're just moving on from this experience to another one. We do not die. I would like to know how old I am. Really? Yeah.
And ah,
Yeah.
oh
I would
my.
like to probably 10,000 or something years. Who
Yeah,
knows?
we're
Yeah.
ageless.
We're
Hmm.
ageless. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. We're ageless. 10,000 years. Look at us. And if you read the Christ letter says the power that's in when he said when he went talking about the Christ letters that Jesus described his experience in the Christ letters. And you know the part when he said after he was baptized by John and he went into the wilderness for 40 days and he was describing what the universe showed him.
Hmm.
And he was like, the power that's within this body, the power we have in this body, it can't be said with words. Because he was shown all this. Remember, he was just like us. Jesus was just like us, and he's our brother, really, and he got enlightened, and we're in the same process.
Hmm.
And he said when he was like, oh my God, the feeling when he came out, he was in his body, but it's like when he came out, it's like he was one with the entire world. That's what's in these bodies. So when they talk about Jesus died for sin, when he came into the knowledge of self, he was ready to leave. He experienced what it is to be outside this body. This body is a constraint. Yeah, it's only for this realm. Only for this realm. So, yeah, read the Christ letters. It'll tell you how divine we are. And that's why he's like, he couldn't wait to go and tell everybody, oh my gosh, you're not this poor little thing. You're not this um lady selling fruits. You're not this teacher. You're not this police. You're not this wife, this little girl, this little boy who's been through so much. No, that's not who you are. And that's Christ's ministry. That's his ministry. So we understand existence. So we understand who we are. Anything other than that, anything other than he came for us to understand our divinity. It's not nature. That's the word I'm using tonight. It's against nature. Anything outside of Christ come to tell us how we're one with God and how we create our universe, how we create our experience, how we can heal ourselves, how we are abundance. The entire Bible just telling us who we are, basically. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Howsome says, I view myself as an immortal being on a journey of learning and growth, preparing to take my place in a realm that surpasses our current understanding. God is
Ah,
within.
that's
Wonderful,
it. That's
wonderful.
it. That is
That's
it.
it. That is everything. And we're going to leave that here tonight.
That
Oh,
is it.
wonderful.
God is
Wonderful.
in.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
Know thyself. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Know thyself. Yes, so we're gonna leave it here tonight. A little chat, please. Mind your energy. Look where your thoughts are going. Energy flows where thoughts goes. Where thoughts go, energy flows. Please help our babies. We don't want to leave this world the way we find it. If
Mm-hmm.
you're listening and you please don't give any violence and any negativity, any of your energy. One chase 1,000, two put 10,000 to flight. You know, if one of us, two of us, 3,000, three of us decide, listen, we're not giving any more gun violence any energy. Doesn't matter what we see on the television, whatever
Mm-hmm.
we hear on the news, even if we see it on ourselves, see it with our own eyes, we're going to give it good energy. We're going to send good energy. We're going to send the blessings of the light of God. We're going to send good things to that area. We're not going to sit down and talk about it and talk how bad the kids are and negativity about our children. We're not going to do that anymore. Please. All right. Sis, you want to take us out with a little prayer?
You could go ahead. You could go ahead there.
Okay. All right. Father, we thank you. Thank you for this conversation with your children. And as we go forward, we pray for strength and continual revelation of self as we come to understand. We probably can't totally understand um, who we are and our place in this universe. So we thank you for those who came and participated, and even if they didn't participate, watch. So we give you honor and we give you all the glory, and we pray always for the less fortunate tonight and always those who are in need, those who need healing, those who need their bills paid. Father, we pray also that they too may come into the knowledge of self and know the divine beings that they are and know that there's no lack. We thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God Almighty. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And thank you all. Thank you all, Lisa, Household, everybody who participated tonight. I love the knowledge. I love it. I love it. Be blessed, sis. Be blessed.
Okay, darling. Have a wonderful night.
Have a wonderful
Oh,
night. Take care.
yes, yes.